So 2 really fun things in this segment is, first of all, looking at all these in detail, which we'll do right now. And second is seeing how all these skills, when you learn them as a child, how that can benefit you in your entire life. So how us as adults can actually live and thrive better. So let's look at your tools first so we can learn what we do if a child is feeling aggravated or dysregulated or anything.
Yeah, so there's many tools and I use them actually throughout the year at different times. The one thing I start with is usually these picture cards that just simply show the feeling. So I ask them to show me like, what does mad look like? And really what I'm teaching them from this is you have to learn to read the person's face to understand, because a lot of kids, they're looking away, they're talking elsewhere, and I'm like, look at my face, how do you think I feel? And that allows them to learn to connect with other children. So you can see the kids, they go and they look at other kids and like, are you happy? Are you sad? So this allows them to understand how to read other humans. So it creates that connection. My favorite is the color monster.
It's so cute.
So these were actually like hand crocheted puppets from the story. So the idea is the color monster has mixed up feelings. So it's a sorting game that associate the feelings with the colors. So the kids learn, there's a few more with different colors, but green means calm, yellow is happy, red is angry. So they start to use that language and you can see it in their drawings. Sometimes I say, like, if a child is so overstimulated, I can say, let's draw your feelings. You're giving them a different way to express themselves if they're feeling too anxious. So then they use these colors and they would say, you know what, I put green because mommy hugged me, but then it's a little red because I lost my whatever popsicle. You know, like they use colors and it's an easy entry point.
That's a smart way, because a lot of the time, like my daughter isn't as expressive, but she's super like artistic.
Yeah.
So she can actually maybe, you know, draw it out how she's feeling sometimes.
Absolutely. I think you have to think about different learners, and that's kind of one of my favorite things is neurodiversity. Is like, how do you allow access for every child regardless of their needs, regardless of their ability? We have to, it's on us to create those spaces and the entry points. Those are my favorites. So again, I wanted to have a little melanin in my puppets, for diversity. So I call her Aisha and Abdullah.
Aww.
So I make up scenarios and say Aisha took Abdullah's toy and then they're fighting. So they think it's a funny game and they come and help them and they literally speak to Aisha. I'm like, Aisha, be kind, or Abdullah, share your toy. So making it playful is the best way to introduce a lesson. And then when they are upset, they use that tool for themselves as well to self-regulate. So use your puppets, your animals, your dolls.
So role playing, as they call it, right?
Absolutely,
yes.
role playing. And sometimes I connect it to the story. So here I have Stick and Stone who fight over different things. So again, it's from a story and the kids actually helped me make these. So that's something you could do at home. Like we found a rock outside, we gave it a face. So now they love these because it's a part of the story. Another favorite is timers, using timers in the classroom, even at home, because time is an abstract concept. So if I say, you know what, I think I need you to like calm your body for 5 minutes, then I would put 5 and then they can see it's 5. Sand timer does the same thing. And actually I tell my kids, like, how much time do you think you need? They're like 1 minute, 3 minutes. So they pick the color and then they kind of play with it. It's not, again, not that serious, but then it allows them to know, like, I'm taking this time to calm my body. So there's lots of tools. I think the important thing is to think, okay, I'm not going to just buy a timer, it's going to work. You have to practice it with your child, even as an adult. So like I have to use that tool and not just be like, this is for you.
So you pretend like you need a timer for yourself in front of them. Absolutely. Kind of thing. Yeah. So you really have to. Everything you do is applicable to them in their world, right?
It has to be a part of the family dynamic or the classroom dynamic. So it doesn't feel like those are the rules that I put on the kids. This is the classroom community. So whether it's me, whether it's the other adult in the room or the kids, we all have to use the same tools. So then it becomes actually more powerful.
Because I think children start to understand, like, oh, if this is only for me, that's no fun. They want to do whatever the adult is doing, right?
Yeah, it feels like you're in trouble.
Yes,
and that's the fear. Like sometimes I think when I speak to parents or give them some of these ideas, I'm very mindful about how they should use it and how they should roll it, because it becomes, well, if you don't clean up, you can go to your corner. So the consequence doesn't match the behavior. Instead of, again, co-regulating or having a conversation, it becomes more about threat. So I think it's important to use it properly and not to use it against the child.